Good afternoon, and thank you, CTIA, for having me out today. At NVIDIA, we do sit at the epicenter of AI, and what I wanted to be able to share with you today was a little bit about what we see from our vantage point. NVIDIA is a developer-first company, right? We really don't create end products, but we create amazing capabilities and technologies that we bring out to the ecosystem to have them take those and turn them into amazing things. We've got over 7.5 million developers around the world. Now, what you might not know is that Telco is also very important to NVIDIA. We go to market vertically, and over about 10 years ago, NVIDIA started its telco journey. And we set out to do some of the hardest things in the world. That's kind of the DNA of NVIDIA. And what we wanted to do is be able to prove that we could also use our incredible compute capabilities and networking capabilities to transform the way the wireless networks would run for the future. So what I'm going to talk to you today about is give you a little bit of insights into what's happening globally, what's happening in industry, and then we'll dive into telco specifically. And to kick it off, I would like to show you a little bit of video about what's happening right now today with AI across industries and what we're seeing in this token revolution.
Generator of tokens, the building blocks of AI. Tokens have opened a new frontier, turning data into knowledge and drawing on all we have learned. Tokens are harnessing a new wave of clean energy. And unlocking the secrets of the stars. In virtual worlds, they help robots learn. And in the physical world, perfect. Forging new paths. And clearing the way for a bountiful harvest. In the moments that matter, tokens are already there. And in the miles between, they never stop. They work where human hands cannot. So we may all breathe easier. And the smallest hearts beat stronger. Tokens are helping us break new ground. On a scale never attempted to empower the world. So we can reach
Star Cloud 1 separation confirmed.
Well beyond it. Together, we take the next great leap into a bright new future built for all mankind. And here is where it all begins.
So pretty cool, right? This is an amazing time, and just as we built the infrastructure of the past, we built the highways, we built the bridges. The new infrastructure for AI is being built across the nation, and AI factories is kind of the term that we use for this, and it's really about how are we going to build the right factories to be able to take in energy and produce intelligence, right? We are also seeing some very big shifts happen here. Some of the early deployments, obviously larger deployments were focused on large clusters to do training. We're now moving squarely into inferencing being scaled out, and we need to make sure we've got the right infrastructure for scaled out inferencing over the course of time. And tokens are these fundamental building blocks of AI. You're generating a token when you ask a question of AI, and you're also getting a token back when that response comes back. So these data centers that are being built, these AI factories that are being built, are no longer just a cost, but they really are the revenue stream for the future. What's also happening is that this industry is changing at such a rapid pace. What you can see up here, if we kind of just look back over the last couple of years, a major change has occurred each and every year. Obviously, in 2023, we had the ChatGPT moment. Obviously, generative AI has come on the scene at this point. You follow that up the following year with DeepSeek in reasoning. Now it's not just asking a question once, but actually having reason going through and thinking through the answer before you come back. That generated 10 to 100 times more tokens than just a simple request. And now you've got, most recently, Claude Code came out to begin to apply AI, in the agentic way to help with coding. And these changes keep coming, and this year is no different. There's a brand new thing on the scene many of you have heard about. Some of you may have not, but if you've not, hopefully you've seen this little image or you've heard about this, but it's called OpenClaw. And what is OpenClaw? OpenClaw is the ability to truly unlock agents to be able to talk with other agents and have the ability to act on something you want to do with AI. So you're no longer just making inquiries, you're not just getting information back, but you now have agents acting on your behalf to do things. What you're seeing here, this is what we call the GitHub Star Index, and this gives you basically, the history will show, how popular a particular type of offering a repository in GitHub is with the community out there. That line on the far right, going straight up in red, that is when OpenClaw launched, and it became the fastest, most adopted repository in the history. And so agents are now going to become the predominant traffic over the networks as we go forward. I think this is a really big thing for us to be thinking about. It's no longer us individuals. It is going to be the agents that are going to be driving most of the traffic as we go forward over the next 3 to 4 years. So what is an agent? Okay, an agent, needs a lot of things to be able to pull it together. You've got to have the right tools. You've got to figure out what computer is best serving that agent. You've got to get your data together, both your structured and unstructured data, to be able to train an agent. You've got to be able to deal with multiple modalities. Is it voice? Is it text? Is it data? Is it video? Is it image? How do all these things come together in a prompt as well as what's coming on the other side? You need to be able to keep a memory of what's actually occurred, so you've got context about what you actually asked, and it will know you from the last time to the next time you engage. You have different models that you'll use for these, and ultimately, these agents will also have sub-agents. They might spin up a bunch of other agents that are going to be helping them solve the task. So this is what we're talking about when we talk about agents. Many times you're not just going to be interacting with one. You might be interacting with one that's going to be interacting with hundreds, right? And there's not an industry that is not being impacted, right? You saw some of the awesome things up front, but we go to market vertically. We have 17 verticals. They're not all up here. I get to represent the telco vertical. So what I thought I would share with you a little bit about, what's going on in telco, and drive a little bit deeper in that space. So in telcos are doing actually a very good job, in my opinion, of looking at how we can begin to apply AI to your own transformation. Telcos are early on adopters about finding ways to improve customer experience, to improve employee productivity, drive operational efficiencies. These are things where the telcos have looked very, very hard, and we're going up this path into agentic What also telcos are all looking at is how do we get to maybe fully autonomous networks, right? This is something we're all talking about. In order to do a fully autonomous network, you're going to need not only to have a place to be able to train an algorithm, but you're going to need to have a simulation environment to be able to know that if you put that out, you can test it before you put it into real production, right? And NVIDIA brings all these capabilities in this space. And ultimately, you can kind of begin to think about the network itself is a physical robot. I think this is a kind of an interesting way to think about it. The network is a robot. It's got a robotic system, and how can you begin to apply AI across the entire thing to get to full autonomy? We also see a couple other things that telcos are really in a unique position on. Telcos actually have got the infrastructure for the nation. They have got mobile switching offices. They've got central offices. They've got cell sites. And what's very interesting is we are power limited in the world right now. And every telco is sitting on some space, land, power, and shell that could be potentially unlocked by putting compute there to serve the tokens and be able to serve a more distributed inferencing architecture for all these applications that are going to come. We call this the AI grid. And so the idea here is that telcos can begin to look at your infrastructure. We believe the telcos are going to be the AI infrastructure to support physical AI for the future. And there's an opportunity to bring compute in at all these different layers to be able to support the different applications, orchestrate that together, do it secure, and make sure you're landing the right application on the right asset at the right time for your customers, right? So I think this is an amazing, amazing time. So, what I would encourage all the telcos in the room, we see basically this convergence beginning to happen. We're moving from connectivity only to being an AI infrastructure provider and an intelligence provider to the world. The telcos, we are bringing together AI and RAN, and we're doing a lot of great work on that front, with the government and moving towards 6G with the AI RAN Alliance. We want to make sure we're bringing the best of all this together so telcos can truly participate in the token economy, and we couldn't be more excited to have the opportunity to do that alongside you. Thank you very much from NVIDIA.